question that is true. Make me holler and I bet $1 million. Don't nobody kiss it like you. Don't nobody kiss it like you. Don't nobody kiss it like you. Bang, bang, bang. Don't nobody kiss it like you. Don't nobody kiss it like you. It's my favorite morning, precious rolling.
No. Okay, hey guys, it's Zalissa here. So, good deed of the day is that we was at the nail salon. Alyssa got her nails done.
You like it?
It matches your
It does. I didn't even recognize it.
But we was at Walmart, and not Walmart. We was at the nail salon, and the person was taking a long time to do Alyssa nails. So we met a couple people there, and we met this like kind of senior citizen type of person, and her daughter sent her some pictures, but she didn't know how to use it. So she asked me how to use her phone or download a picture or stuff like that. So I showed her, and then a couple minutes later, she asked me how to save it. So I showed her. So I guess that's my good deed of the day.
And I guess my good deed of the day wasn't a good deed of the day, but the guy that was doing my nails, he was like rushing everybody. So I was like, hold on! Like I really wanted to cuss him out, but I was like, no, Alyssa, don't.
I don't think she should have said that.
And I didn't do it.
I don't think she should have told y'all that. Anyway, guys, couple of the week we will be introducing it in our next video because this video is kind of very important. So I think it might be long because we want to give it appropriate time on the subject.
And our new word of the week is
self-respect. And actually, Taya came up with that word of the week. In case
shout out to you, Taya.
You were wondering where Taya was, she had to do something. But we're going to have her in another video. And self-respect means pride and confidence in oneself, a feeling that one is behaving with honor or dignity.
So, self-respect really means, like, to sum it up, self-respect. Like, you have to be able to stand up for yourself and take pride in being you. If that made any sense. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
So,
be happy who you are, basically.
Exactly. And don't let anybody like run over you. Like have the respect for yourself to do that for yourself. Don't be like, oh well, it's alright. No, be like, no, that's not alright. Like Janae taught me self-respect today because the guy doing my nails, he was like, pay now. I was like, I wanna pay now. So
like she was like about to give him his card. I was like, no, she's gonna wait till you finish so she can see if she like her nails or not. Don't sit here and try to rush her. She'll pay you when the job is done.
I was like, yeah, and I actually did like my nails, but I felt like these two were messed up.
Then
so
she was
like, wait,
yeah, go ahead.
I was asking her. I was like, do these look messed up? And the guy was like, come now, no mess up, no. I was like, excuse me. Do my nails look messed up? And he was like, messed up? No. I'm like,
she was talking to me. Can you like wait a second, please? No.
I wanted to be like, Jesus, let me find my serenity.
She actually had fortitude in that situation. She had courage to go on in pain or adversity. In this case, it was adversity. Self-respect means to me just what she said, like caring who you are, like not posting pictures of yourself because you want guys to have attention, pay attention to you.
Preach.
What else? Not caring what people say. If you love who you are, don't care like, oh, that girl ugly, oh, that girl a breath oil. Well, if your breath stink, you probably need to examine that. But like stuff like that. But like if you're big, oh, that girl fat, I don't know why she wearing that. If you care how you look, then that's all that matters. Also another thing, a guy like, oh, you love me, you'll have sex with me. Self-respect. Oh, I don't need you to love me because I love myself. And also we're gonna move right along to our topic, which is very important, which is actually going on in the world. We are talking about the Micheal Brown shooting, and we are talking about the ALS icebucket challenge, stuff people know and stuff people don't know about these two things. It's kind of, we're usually doing something different because we talk about just blah topics, but I think we need to talk about
what's going on around us, like, because it's many people, like, I know y'all know some people on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram that's doing the ice bucket challenge. They don't know what it means. They just be like, oh, this person nominated me to do it, ain't no pulp, so I'm gonna do it. And it's really a really, really great cause behind it. So I'm not
we
bashing
didn't even know.
Exactly. I'm not bashing anybody for doing it because I might be the number. We
are
might be the
gonna
number
do it.
one people to support this. And yes, Celissa is gonna do it, but that's gonna be a little later. We're not gonna post that on this video right now. But yes. So let's get to it.
Okay, so you know first.
I'll go first.
Okay, so guys, I don't know if you know, is this shooting well, it was this thing that happened in Ferguson, Missouri on August 9th. It was this boy named Micheal Brown. He was spending the summer. He's African American, and he was spending the summer with his grandmother. He graduated high school, so it was like a couple days before he was supposed to start.
Doesn't it sound really, really like the Emmett Till story? Because he was away in Mississippi visiting his grandmother.
That's his aunt and uncle.
Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah, but anyway.
And he was about to start college on Monday. He was about to go. I didn't write down. What did I write? No, I didn't write down the college name, but. And this is what. Oh, this is organized again. This is what I have. And I got all my information. If you want to check it, it was off CNN. They're not. It's a good source because they're not a biased person. I mean, when you read an article, you have to see who's writing it and why they're writing it. Like Fox 5, they are very racist, so you can't really believe everything that Fox 5 say because they are a bias. They're coming from a biased place. And if you don't know what bias means, bias is like prejudice, or say if I didn't like Alyssa, so everything she doing to me,
it's just like one opinion, basically,
one-sided.
It's
so,
not. Go ahead.
Go ahead. So CNN is pretty equal going on. So this is what I have.
So CNN is number one, baby. Literally, number one.
This girl. Okay, so a police officer, he's Caucasian. He fatally shot down Micheal Brown. Micheal Brown was 18. He just graduated class of 2014. It's kind of like a he say she say story. Some parts equal up from the he say she say. So this is what we have. It happened in Ferguson, Mississippi, Missouri, and from what I read, it was in Ferguson, Missouri. The black community didn't like Caucasian cops, so they didn't get along. And I wrote down right here in my notes, is this like a type of racism thing going on in that part? If guys, racism is still alive, strong and kicking. Like in Georgia, the KKK had a meeting in Atlanta trying to recruit people out in open. So be aware of your surroundings, black, white, Indian, etc. Okay. So a witness says that Brown was surrendering with his hands in the air.
That's why, if you notice, in the song it was like bang, bang, bang. She was like that. Yeah, we.
Don't shoot me movement, but I'll talk about that later towards the end. Authorities with the cop force, the representatives said that Brown attacked the officer and tried to take the officer's gun. People were, back in the day, my dad used to take my brother and I to out shopping meetings, and they always chant out no justice, no peace. So they also did that with the Trayvon Martin case. I'm sorry if I'm talking fast. Okay, they did that with the Trayvon Martin thing, and that's what also they're protesting in Missouri. The federal civil rights investigators and the FBI are taking a closer look at the case. Police are calling what the cop did self-defense, and eyewitnesses.
What?
Eyewitnesses and other people are saying that the police officer's story is not covering up. This is where both parties agree on what actually happened. They said that Brown and his friend was Dorian Johnson, he was 22. And they were walking to a guy named Harrison's friend house, and a cop confronted him. So this is where the stories divide. Johnson says that they were walking in the middle of the street, and the cop said, get the F word off the sidewalk, well, get on the sidewalk. And Johnson replied, "We'll be here in a minute, just be easy," in my own words. And that's when things kind of got hasty. No, this is what
he said after that, because I saw, did you see the actual interview with Dorian? He said that after that, the cop went around, he left and went on his own way, and then he turned back around and said something else. He said that's when he said he grabbed him by his neck and all that.
Yeah, I wrote that down. Hold on, I wrote that down somewhere. Hold on 1 second. But they're basically that the cop was still in the car, and he took Brown by the neck, and I guess, I don't know how, but the cop face mysteriously got swollen, said bury him. I guess that's the spokesperson for the police, but the guy didn't see him directly, so it could have been a he say, she say, trying to help my sergeant out. The cop is on paid leave, and they said before the man, mind you, the cop was Caucasian. I don't know if I said that or if you didn't know. He's Caucasian, and Brown is African American. The cop is going to have 2 psychological evaluations before he returns, so he is going to return. And what else? Hold on. Oh yeah, they didn't understand why shots were fired. Okay, shots were fired from the cop was still in the car, and he shot Micheal Brown, and Micheal Brown was 35 feet away from the car, and they didn't understand why he was so far why he needed to shoot him because he was unarmed. And
yeah, because after the first shot was fired, the cop was still in the car, and they took off running, and that's when he got out of the car and kept firing. Which is why after they ran, and after he shot him 3 more times, and he turned around, and that's when he put his hands up, and he still kept shooting. After that, why? That's the only question that I would have to ask. Like, if that was although it's okay, I know the rule might not be the same with police departments, but I know the rules and the code of conduct at school. When it's when a fight takes place and it says that it's self-defense, once you strike once, that's it. You don't have to keep striking because after that
it becomes a fight.
Your self-defense goes out the window. It's a certified fight now. So, in my opinion, knowing that rule, after he shot him the first time and he took off running, why would you keep shooting? That's no longer self-defense. That's murder to me.
And then he ran, you never heard if somebody breaks into your house, you can shoot them if they facing towards you. But if you shoot them in the back or anyway like that, it's not self-defense because that means the person is trying to get away. So you can go to jail for that. Did you hear about that? So that's probably in the same case they're trying to get away. They're not. Most cases people are going to try to run away from the cops, but not in this case. It was said that Brown was shot 5 times, and when they did the autopsy, they saying that it was another bullet. Somebody said, told his mom that it's even possible that he was shot 10 times. So stuff is still uncovering. As we look around, I don't know if you see it on Instagram or the news and stuff, people are starting, hold on, wait, before I do this, the cop that shot Micheal Brown is still unidentified. And they don't know when they're going to turn his name over or we can see him. And also, and also, people are starting to don't shoot me program. Celebrities are supporting it. Colleges are doing it. They're all taking a stand because I guess us as a Black African American community are kind of getting tired of being shoved around by the authority and law and stuff. So they're trying to make us take a stand. So
I'm gonna let you after this video. I'm gonna pull up that interview so you can read it. Because one important detail that was missing was the officer. The story said they were walking, and when the officer pulled up aside of them, I think it was the second time. They said that the officer tried to open before the officer started choking Micheal Brown. He tried to open his door, and according to Dorian, it ricocheted off of them. So if you know what that means, when somebody tried to open it, it was pushed back. So that probably made the officer angry. But it was because I know it was a big debate about it. That many people think that because there was also there was a video showing Micheal Brown stealing. Well, it wasn't stealing because he actually did pay for it. And it was like a video of him like kind of roughing up the clerk guy. And they said that with that video, it also could have been evidence that he actually pushed the door back to the police officer. And I guess that was a sign of disrespect to him or whatever, and that probably made him angry, which is why the situation kept escalating and escalating and escalating. So yeah, but go ahead.
Actually, what does the case mean to you, and how do you think it affects you?
Actually, I think
Wait, in case you didn't hear me, what I said to her, I said, what does the case mean to her, and how does she think it affects her, and stuff like that.
I mean, anytime there's a murder that's really this big, not saying that all murders are not big, but every time one is like blown up so much, like such as the Trayvon Martin case, it's always like it just makes me feel some kind of way. Like, first of all, before I even continue, no way possible we're not racist. That's not who we are. We just
I know, because it sounds like we're biased.
Exactly,
but it's not. I actually want to date a white guy.
Any takers?
But seriously, I do though. I love all races. So guys, we're not biased. We're just from the facts we heard. But who are we to judge? Only God can judge. So
exactly.
We're not saying the cop was wrong. We're not saying he's right. We're not saying Micheal Brown was wrong. We're not saying Micheal Brown was right. We're just giving our take on it. We're not passing any judgment.
Like
here.
I was in church recently on Wednesday night, and this was the topic of discussion. It was the Micheal Brown case, and she was asking us questions about how it made us feel, and there was a lot of everybody in there is like my race. So we all like this is not the first time that a story has escalated with it being a Caucasian person and an African American person. So it kind of makes me think or make me feel that sometimes we're targeted even more. Because I know the officer probably had a very good reason of stopping them, because weren't they walking on the interstate or something?
No, they was in the middle of the road, a couple blocks from somebody's house.
Okay, so were they trying to cross the street or something?
I think so.
That's
yeah.
probably why. So maybe yes, but I'm saying
they walking or something.
Yes. But it's like, would you stop anybody else like that? Like, why do we... It just makes me feel like, why... Like, it kind of makes me think, was he a target?
We can talk about that in a stereotype video. Okay.
So, how does that make you feel?
Like she said, it's not... it kind of is a race thing, but we love everybody. But to me, how would I feel if that was my brother and a person just... Or brothers or my dad or something. We live in the South, so you never know how it goes.
The heart of racism.
Exactly. In Stone Mountain, that's when the crew used to have their meetings at Stone Mountain, and we don't live that far from there. So I'm just saying. But as easy as it could have been a black guy, I guess it could have been somebody else. But I don't know. It kind of makes me not feel very safe like that, because
it just kind of makes you think, like, you have to watch yourself at all times. Like, you never know what could happen when dealing with not only a police officer, but anybody. And not even just someone of a different race. It just really makes you think that every time you step outside of your door, you're a target.
You don't know who to trust these days.
Exactly. Well, I can trust you.
Yes, love you, Wooda. What was I gonna... I had something to say, but... Like, I know you've seen in the court cases or law, they have a lady with a scale with a blindfold because justice is blind. That's their symbol for in court. A lady standing up with a uneven scale, and she's blind. So maybe in this case, the cop may get away, or Brown might be...
There actually might be justice. We don't know. Who are we to judge? All we can do is pray and support. So, Don't Shoot Me movement. That's our support. So
Whoa. Told you we have some important stuff to talk about. Tell us how you feel. Tweet us, guys.
Tag us in your Instagram pictures showing the Don't Shoot Me movement.
We'll even do it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Give us our take. And also moving on to something, I mean, still serious, but not hard. You're not gonna talk about this in a second. Something not as hard and everything as the shooting of a person, because it's sad when somebody dies. I think, like, I just had a death in my family. I just found out, so it's kind of hitting home in a sense. Oh, it's not a violence. He had a medical condition, just in case if he was wondering.
Yeah, so send her your support, as well as Brandon.
But okay, so we are.
This video is fairly long, but it's important, so keep watching. So now we are talking about the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. First of all, for everybody who's the most important fact in the ice challenge is that every time you do it, you must use the hashtag Ice Bucket Challenge. It's extremely imperative, like extremely, because if you do it and you don't tag it, nobody sees it. Therefore, there isn't a donation, which brings me to my second point. Every time someone does the Ice Bucket Challenge, a donation is made of $100 per video, and that's really, really good. If you want to go check the source out, it's www.als.org, and that's where I got all of my information from. That also Wikipedia and Google, sources. But the ALS Ice Challenge, it's in support of the Lou Gehrig's disease. And if you don't know what that is, that's a disease that causes muscle spasms, rapid weakness.
Hold on, guys. I'm in a nursing class, and spasm is involuntary contractions. So that was like a vocabulary. Go ahead. Sorry.
Did your homework? It's muscle spasms, rapid weakness, which means you could just get tired at any instant, like a pregnant guy, like a pregnant woman. Difficulty speaking, not stuttering, because I stutter. Difficulty swallowing and difficulty breathing, which means it can be fatal in some. And it's been many cases where it has been fatal.
Like, how it's so easy to swallow spit. Maybe it's not easy like that to people. Maybe for like spikes in their throat and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like ill because everybody swallows their spit.
I mean, maybe.
I just did it too. But tastes pretty good.
Maybe it closes up their throats or something. I mean, we don't know.
Like a asthma
If I just go move a cigarette smoker, they be.
I use a like smoking. Don't smoke, guys, because the less they don't smoke.
Anyway, moving on.
But right along.
The profit of, like, as of today, which is, what's today's date? The 23rd.
23rd.
As of today, I checked online, and the donation is at $62.5 million, which it exceeded last year's, which was $30 million, and it's not even halfway over. And this is just within the last 24 hours, and that's extremely, extremely good. This disease, Lou Gehrig's disease, could also it coexists in patients who have dementia. And if you don't know what dementia is, that's like, it's where it's like mostly in older people, like older parents or grandparents.
Can you give us an age about? Do you know? Huh? You know about an age range about, like, around 60s?
Probably like 55 to 70, I would say, because like my grandmother has dementia, and that's where you like sometimes forget things. It's not quite Alzheimer's, but it's like you slowly tend to forget. Like my grandmother, she'll probably ask you, "How was your day?" like 10 times. I mean, so that really breaks my heart thinking about it. That's part of the reason why I'm so for the iceberg challenge, just because that's something that my grandmother has, and I love my grandmother.
Black girls, they don't like to get their weave wet, so she's actually
gonna do it.
I don't mind. Got the natural going on. Got the natural naps. Okay, go ahead.
As of I looked online in Google. As of 5 days ago, there have been reported 1.2 million videos around the U.S.
Good
The
job.
U.S. only.
Hoorah.
Exactly. Hoorah. Ha ha. Smooth. And the thing, okay, now this pisses me off. In California, we all know that there's a drought in California, and if you didn't know, there's a drought in California. And it's a lot of people in California that want to support.
Georgia rain.
Right. And if they want to, many people in California want to support the iceberg challenge, and they want to do it, but because of the drought, the police officers are fining them for wasting water. How is donating wasting water? And like the donations are about 300,000 per patient.
You can help somebody
Per patient, but that's wasting water. The LAPD, they really need to like watch this video, because I think that is completely unreasonable.
And y'all in Ferguson, Missouri need to watch this video too.
And we're going to college soon, and we want to pledge, aka
Sigma Gamma Rho. Sigma Gamma Rho. Oh, I didn't tell you about that. But at first I wanted to be a Delta. But I actually thought about it, and not the topic video for this one. Okay, come on.
But since I brought that up, because the I forgot what school, but Alpha Epsilon Psi sorority, the entire chapter at some school in California did it, and they all got fined, and none of them are paying for it. So there's a stand going on out there at that school, and they have the president of the school, all the teachers supporting them. So whatever school that is, fight the power for these individuals. And I guess that is all.
Wait, so you already said how the ASL? I'm happy we actually did this segment, especially about the ASL, because people would just be like, oh, blah blah, where's Alyssa, and I'm not nominating you for the ASL Ice Bucket Challenge, but they didn't know what the Ice Bucket Challenge is.
And with that, where's Alyssa? And we are gonna like we said, we're gonna do the Ice Bucket Challenge. We're gonna do it today.
Yeah, we can do it today.
Okay. We're gonna do the Ice Bucket Challenge, and we challenge all of our followers and subscribers and our viewers to do it as well. So fight the power, but don't forget to hashtag
please,
Ice Bucket Challenge.
Please.
It's imperative, and not there's $100 lost and you freezing for what?
Exactly. Freezing your buttons off.
Like for why? But
hold on. But guys, just like, I'm so happy we did this because I didn't know.
Like, research is valuable, guys. Stop getting on Google and searching for August Alsina pictures and Trey Songz pictures to put as your home stream and stuff. Because I know I do that.
I like nature stuff. Like look at my thing. I like nature stuff.
I mean, I had August Alsina as my thing, but guess who changed it? Taya.
No, that's her. Oh, look, don't.
Look who changed it. Or whatever.
Okay, guys.
So, as always, thank you to our likers, viewers, and most importantly, our subscribers. Without you guys, Alyssa would not be happening.
Keep on liking and supporting us. For more videos, follow us on our social networks. For more videos,
to get more into the life of But as always, guys,
stay true,
be you,
be happy,
stay cool,
and be blessed,
and don't stress. And until next time,
stay fierce.